Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of Fallout 4 Mod Showcase. This week we have some more really great standalone weapons and armor, and probably one of the best reshades I have ever seen. So let's get to it. The first set of mods that I want to take a look at this week are a pair of standalone weapons by Z06 Frank. And the first one up is his Glock 20 pistol. To start off with, it's an absolutely amazing model and texture on this. It looks really nice indeed. In the texture department, I especially really like the white lettering that was added on the slide. It's very authentic and it looks really, really good. In the modification departments, you can't add a lot of mods to this pistol, but what you can do is you can add a number of different receivers, all changing the damage and the pistol's weight, and you can even make it fully automatic, which is pretty cool. You can also add a reflex sight if you like, if you'd rather have that than the regular iron sights. And you can also add a suppressor to make it silenced. And not only is it cool that you have the ability to add the in-game modifications to this pistol, but I really like the attention to detail that was given to them too. The suppressor has little scratches and wear marks on it, which is really cool. And all in all, I really think the model for the suppressor has a really interesting and unique look to it. It looks pretty cool. And the next one up is the H&K G3 Battle Rifle, again by Z06 Frank. And also, again, it's yet another amazing model and texture. I really do like the look of this one very much. It reminds me of the FN FAL, which is a real life rifle that I like very much. And it's also been featured before in several previous Fallout game mods. It was always one of my favorites. It's a really nice looking rifle indeed. Also, again, you can add several different modifications to this, especially in the receiver department. It pretty much has all of the basic vanilla receivers that you can add on that change the damage or the weight of the rifle. And again, you can also make it fully automatic. You can also add a couple of different stocks to this. There is a black composite stock that you can add, or there's also a marksman stock that you can add to this, which adds sort of a really cool vented style 4 stock, which is pretty neat looking, if you ask me. Two really great weapon mods to add to your Fallout game. And if you ask me, I think the best thing about them is that they also have complete leveled list integration. So you will find these weapons as random loot on enemies or in boxes and things as you travel throughout the wasteland, which is always a nice added feature. The next mod I want to take a look at today is the Armored General by Hoth Trooper 44. And what this mod does is it adds a standalone armor set to the game that is an armored version of the Minuteman General's uniform. To start off with, the model on this, or I suppose the NIF scope rather of this, looks pretty good. Looks better than the original, adds a little bit of armor plates and things to it to make it look like it is an armored uniform. And on top of that, it also makes it much more damage resistant and a much more viable outfit for the later game. It has 120 damage resistance and 46 energy resistance. And it is craftable at the chemical workbench once you have completed the Taking Independence mission for the Minutemen. It comes in a couple of different varieties. There is a brown version, gray version, or also a patterned version. And the original blue version also comes in a variant that doesn't have the leg plates on the side of the legs, which I think is definitely my favorite. It can also be modified at the armor bench, and you can add basically any of the vanilla linings to it as well. Resistant linings or protective linings, all the same stuff that you can add to the vanilla vault suit, you can add to the Armored General's uniform to make it even more resistant to damage. All in all, really fantastic standalone armor brought to us by Hoth Trooper 44. It looks really good and looks much more functional, and it's much more damage resistant than the vanilla as well, which is always good. And finally, this week, I took a look at Modern Film Looks ReShade. And in particular, I played around with the stellar version of this ReShade. First and foremost, I want to say that this ReShade looks absolutely stunning. I frankly don't really know what it is about it, but as soon as I installed it, I immediately fell in love. It desaturates all of the colors ever so slightly, and gives it much more of a bleak look to the entirety of the game. It is meant to capture the film style of Interstellar, for those of you that have seen that movie by Christopher Nolan. And I think they did it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. All of the versions of this ReShade are meant to capture certain styles of film or certain films, and they all look really great. And I'm going to be taking a look at every single one of them, I think. It has a slight film grain to this ReShade, which gives it a really extremely cinematic look and feel, which I think fits in with the theme, obviously, of the ReShade itself. And it looks absolutely fantastic. As I said, I absolutely am in love with this ReShade. I don't even really know why. It made the game just night and day different from vanilla, and I thought it looked really fantastic. So go check it out. Check out some of the other ones that they got over there. I will be featuring the rest of them in the coming weeks. And that wraps it up for this week's episode of Fallout 4 Mods Showcase. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like down below. And also hit the subscribe button too while you're down there. That way you'll never miss out on any future episodes of this series or any other videos that I put out. As always, I will remind you that if you do download and enjoy any of the mods featured in this episode, make sure you head back over to the Nexus pages and give the mod authors an endorsement as well. But with all that being said, I am out of here, and I will see you all in the next video.